I love to do rapid fire questions and just tell me what comes up. Like, don't think about it. It's from your gut. All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Money is.
Necessary.
Money is.
Fun?
Fun. See the balance. Let's dig into it, okay? Necessary and fun. Keep that balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand and love each other through that balance. I'm Jack Howard, head of money wellness at Ally. And today we're going to have a vulnerable conversation about money. And why do we do the things we do with money? Today's conversation is with Barry and Jordan, also known as the Brownstone Boys. They've navigated love and entrepreneurship and a home renovation. Let's get into it. So your story is not only about home renovations, but it's a love story as well. So tell us more about how you met and how did you become the Brownstone Boys?
Yeah, it is very much a love story. We met online. 3 weeks after we were talking, we decided to finally meet. I knew that Barry was someone very special, and we had planned a second date immediately. And that second date was a bike ride throughout Brooklyn, and it turned into a 4-hour bike ride where we discovered we shared a mutual passion of historic architecture, and that we were both hopeful to one day buy a brownstone in Brooklyn. So fast forward 7 months, we put in our entire savings together and we bought a historic brownstone.
That house actually needed a really big renovation. So we bought a house together and went through this crazy renovation right in the first year that we were together.
Renovations are hard. They say that, money is one of the reasons that people, highest rates of divorce or financial, difficulty within a relationship. I think it's renovations too. So you were you were a new couple renovating this older home. How do you even begin with something like that? How do you plan for it financially? I know there were things that probably came up that you didn't expect. What was that story?
We actually discovered that the best advice that we could find out there was from other blogs where people went through this journey of renovating an old house themselves, having to sort of do a lot of work and take on some of that, on their own. And we found all this really great information out there and it really helped us. So we decided that we were going to share our learnings out on our blog as well.
And quickly after we published our first blog, Brownstoner, which is a popular real estate website here in New York, they asked if they could run our blog posts. So it put us in front of our community. And because of that, we were getting people left and right reaching out to us, asking questions about their personal renovation.
When did you make that shift from we were able to successfully create a home together, now this should be a business?
As we were blogging and we were sharing all of our experiences, people were reaching out to us and asking questions, and we were answering and giving resources the way that we could. But some people that reached out to us really seemed like they needed help. And we answered one of those emails and ended up asking them if they wanted us to help them through the process. And they said yes, of course. And we had our first client, and we very quickly had a second client and a third client.
And that's when we quit our full-time jobs.
Yeah, we still had our
And here we are.
Yeah, 5 years later, and we just completed our 27th restoration renovation project.
From that first renovation to now, what are some of the things that you wish you would have known in that first renovation?
That's a great question.
I mean, the money part of it is big. Money and time really are the two big factors when it comes to renovation. And we definitely have learned that, you always need more than you think. You want to build in that contingency budget. So we help all of our clients with that now. And then how long it's going to take is also something you have to be a little bit flexible on. It always takes a little longer than what they say it's going to take. And so not having like a hard deadline, you have to be in the house at a certain point. It can be very stressful if you go through renovation like that. And so we always suggest a little bit of a contingency for the time.
What are the best investments you think? If you're going to put your dollars into a certain area, is it the bathroom, the kitchen? What areas do you see that is the best investment for your clients?
Bathroom and kitchens.
Yeah.
2 years into our business, we were running into the challenge of a lot of our clients not knowing the renovation costs up front from the pre-purchase of their home. So Barry got his real estate license, and now that's a task that we help them understand the renovation costs from up front before the purchase of their home to have an understanding if this house if what you're getting yourself into, and if this can really be your dream home with all that you want to do for your space.
And sometimes we have to pull back and get back to those values of what's most important.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's one of the first things we do with a client is develop a budget for them, because that really has to come before you develop the scope of work. and it's going to drive a lot of what ends up in the scope of work. So I think the budget is something that should come first, having someone help you understand what the costs are before you go too crazy with the design. We've seen a lot of people end up spending a lot of time designing a house, and then once it's all designed,
You can't execute.
you can't execute because it's too much.
So as you think about what's next for the Brownstone boys, more housing renovations. I know you have a book. What's next?
Well, big thing is we're getting married this year.
Yay, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're getting married in October. So it's a big part of the love story.
Yeah.
And, you know, all these client projects.
And through this journey of love and partnership with your business and also through your home, who would you say are your allies in this journey?
I mean, we have a really good group of chosen family. And I think Jordan's parents also were a really amazing ally for us as well.
I'm so excited that we were able to have this conversation. Just everything from what's required from a saving perspective to buy that house, that first house. Both of you did that. Also the partnership that is required to get through a home renovation, to get to a place that you love, and then taking that joy and giving it to other people. So creating a career that you love together. So it's been a pleasure talking to both of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.